Hi there, it's Kaya from Kachu Crafts, and today I'm here with you with another video tutorial. And today we will talk about Christmas ornaments. I will show you how you can make a lot of them at once, and they are really quick and simple to make. This time I started out by die cutting. I will use this die that you can see here that cut out an ornament shape as an outline and as a whole piece. Then I will ink blend on top of the whole pieces, so the pieces that are one whole piece that will be used as a background. The first ornament will be blue, so right now I am using broken china distress oxide. I am using a normal paper since I don't plan on doing anything with water on top. So you can see that I will just blend it on. My foam here, the sponge for the blending is new, that's why I'm getting harsh lines. But with distress oxide that's not a problem because it's really a creamy texture, and once I will go over it again with the lightest color, so with the broken china, I will get a nice transition. The darker color I used is chipped sapphire, and here you can see how I blended out that transition. Then I decided to go with the green ornament, for which I will be using mauve lawn, distress oxide and peeled paint. This time I will put down the mauve lawn first, and again I will just put it there, blend it out, and then come in with the second color. You can see that I'm using a tissue to hold my paper down. That's because if I touch it with my finger, I may get distress oxide on there because it's still wet. The last ornament will be red, and I will be using the Barn Dorn and H Mahogany inks. And again, I will just put the colors down and blend them together. You can see that I am switching the paper that I have underneath because the same reason as earlier, distress oxides stay quite wet for a long time, so I want to make sure that I don't get the mix of colors between my ornaments. And now the last thing that I will do here in the background is to put some white paint there. I am doing this because I want this beautiful snowy effect, and for me the easiest way to do it is just by using white paint, water it down with some clear water, and then sprinkle it on my project with acrylic block and small brush. And you can see how beautiful and simple this looks. Then I will make a heel from these circles that are actually an interpart from the die cuts that you see above, so the outlines of our ornament, and I will just make 3 of the heels for my ornaments. Then I will make them snowy with some markers. I am using W2 and WO Copic markers, and this is what I usually do when I'm using such a white cardstock as snow. I wanted to add just a bit of texture and interest to it so it actually looks like snow. Then when I'm happy with what I have, I will move on to the images that will be put on the ornaments. I will stamp out 3 bunnies and 3 gifts. I will color all the 3 of the bunnies the same with gray markers. I will be using the Copics again, W4, W2 and WO, and as you can see I will do this really quickly because the images are small and the transition between the colors is really simple to get. So I will just blend everything out. I am using a set 3 shades, but here for the ears I will be only using 2 shades of this peachy color because the area is so small. Once I'm happy with the coloring of the bunnies, I will move on to the gifts. And I will color the gifts in the same colors that I have the background in. So one bunny will have a blue scarf and he will get a present that will be red and green. And then the bunny that will have a green scarf will get a present that has a blue and red colors on it. And the same for the last one with the red scarf, he will get a present with the green and blue things. Then I will add some white gel pen details that I really love to do, and then I will just use the coordinating dies to die cut everything out. And then it's already time for positioning. You can see that it's really simple to make because the die make it so easy. I will be using liquid glue for this because for me this is just the easiest way to do so. Because one thing I love about liquid glue is that you don't have to be precise the first time, so if you get it wrong, you can still peel it off and move it just around a bit. Then I will put the snowy hill inside my ornament. And then of course we need a bunny and a present. I decided that I will match the bunny with the background, so the scarf of the bunny will tell us on which background should I put him. So he will get a red and green present, and then I will pop the bunny up with some foam rectangles. This gives just enough dimension that we need, and I feel that the snowy background makes it even more interesting and festive. Then the last thing I will put there is the holder, and that's it for the first ornament. Then I will move on to the green one and I will do exactly the same. So the first thing that I have to do is to put the outline on top of the background. Then I have to put on there a hill. And of course there comes a bunny with a green scarf and a present that is red and blue. For the present I am again using a liquid glue, and for the bunny I will pop him up. You can see that this is really easy and fast, so if you would like to do some ornaments with your kids, you can do something like this because they're super fun and easy to make. And here is how the green one looks, and then the only left to do is the red one. And as said, again, I will do everything the same, I will just switch the colors. I will use the liquid glue, press it really hardly on the base, and since I'm using a liquid glue that is really strong, I don't have to worry about ornament falling apart. And then of course the bunny, and this actually finish off our project. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you feel inspired and that you will try to make some ornaments at home because as said they're really easy to make, and Honeybee has this ornament die that is just awesome. Thank you so much for joining me and hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye!